So welcome to Challenge the Road and the 993 Carrera 4. It's a bit of a dream car for me, this. Just come out, so it's not exactly warmed up yet, but it feels fantastic. Gearbox feels great actually, no real slack or heaviness, or sometimes with an older car you've got to warm up the gearbox. This is ready to go straight away. Steering feels fidgety but alive, really great feeling through it. Brakes, yeah, they're good too. Well, this car is one we've just got. We traded this in from the CTR Vantage, the green one, and I've always wanted a retro sort of 911. That was why I started with the CTR program, and yeah, it feels fantastic. It feels like every day is probably going to be a good day in this. A huge amount of adrenaline you feel in this as well, because it's moving around. You feel like you're really in it. You're moving with the car's moving with you. Now this is a 993 Carrera 4 3 litre. It's been chipped a little bit. It's about 300 horsepower. I think standard is 285, but the engine feels fantastic and it sounds lovely. Now the only thing we've got a Fab Speed exhaust, an RSR exhaust, quite an expensive item, but it's a bit boomy, so I'm gonna have to drive through that. But when you get through it, this engine sounds amazing. I can see what all the hype was about. I see why people want these 911s. The interesting thing was, when I was at Goodwood and I went to Rensport, who do a lot of these 911s, and I saw the prices are now 250, 300,000 pounds, and I thought, it's a lot of money. Can they really be that good? And that's why I started the Astons, making those, because I thought we could get these cars at sort of, I don't know, 60 to 100,000 pound, and you're still getting the same enjoyment. But these cars, these 993s, are a little bit of a hidden gem, I think. Last of the air-cooled Porsches, and I think they're great looking. I don't know what you guys think, but I think this is a fantastic looking Porsche. This one's got quite a few modifications which I'll go through. So it's got a turbo front bumper, it's got a Singer style rear ducktail, Fab Speed exhaust, which is a little bit boomy. We'll try and drive through that. Light and flywheel. Not sure about the gearbox, whether that's been changed, but it feels fantastic. I don't know if it feels any shorter than the original. The gear lever feels great. This interior, Recaro interior, I think it's about £15,000 worth of work in here. We've got these Recaro Sportster seats, which feel lovely. I'd like these in the Aston, but I'm not sure you can actually get this seat to fit with the Aston. But yeah, it feels very small as well in here. The car feels like it's half the size of the Aston when I had a look at it, and it's obviously got heavy steering, but you do feel everything. It feels like you've gone back in time, if I'm honest. I haven't actually even put the stereo on. This is only sort of my second sort of trip out in this car, and I haven't been interested in the stereo. It's really, really nice. Well, let's warm up the car a bit more. We'll go a bit further on, and then we'll do a bit more on the actual feel of it at a bit more speed. So let's just go down this hill. Nice bit of road, known it all my life. So just getting used to, obviously, the engine in the back, just getting used to that. Brakes, obviously the pedals is the only funny thing is the pedals, obviously they're offset, so I feel like the brake pedal's way over to the left. Let's go through here. Bit of a storm here, so it's not the best conditions, but it feels good. You feel like you're dancing the back end on this car. And all that, and I haven't even gone over 60. So, and that's what these cars are about, enjoyment. People put 4-litre engines in these, make them quicker, then find out they're too fast for the road. And that's the whole journey of the cars we're building, like with the Astons. You've got to be able to use them on the road and have fun and enjoy them and enjoy going through the gears, you know? It's fun. You just go up through the gears, 3rd, 4th, 5th, then go down, 4th, 3rd, 2nd. And you're just having fun, you know? Now we've had a bit of a storm in England, so it's a bit wet and there's probably things on the road, so we'll just settle it down now. There's a nice straight up here that we can go along and just talk a bit more about 911s in general. So I was having to think about this and I thought, how many 911s have I had? Because I'm not a massive Porsche guy, and I counted up and I've had 9. Now, the Porsche I really like because of my era was the 996 4S, and I had 2 of those and I really enjoyed them and I still really like them now. And then I had 2 997 Carrera S's, which didn't overly impress me. This has impressed me a lot more. Porsche Macans. Then I had a 991 GT3 RS, which was in purple and just a magnificent car, but I think it's too quick for the road. And I had one drive in the morning where I went out and I thought, this is going to get me in a lot of trouble, so I actually sold that car. Then I got a 991 GT3 manual, which was nice, but I really wanted the touring, so we sold that. But yeah, it's really interesting going back, because the 993 wasn't a car I overly looked at. I remember David Beckham having a 4S with like a body kit, and I did like the look of that. But no, driving it today, this one is absolutely bang on. You know, it feels great, it feels alive. The engine's revving nicely. I don't feel like I need any more power. I don't know what I'd need. I'll just be wasting it, I think, because it just drives lovely. So some of the other modification on this car are the brakes, and it's got the big brake. I think it's called the Big Red kit. So let's hit that, because it's Jesus. Yeah, they work, and I think they're a huge amount of money. I think that just to buy the kit is about just under £6,000. And they really work and they feel fantastic. KW on the suspension, that's the best Porsche suspension. We're actually looking at that suspension on the Astons. They do a DCC or a DDC damper control that we're going to be trying. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. And I think anyone out there who's looking at a 911, go and do it, and maybe do some of the work yourself, or because I looked at some of the prices. I watched 4 or 5 videos last night on some of them, and a lot of the resto mods are still like 180, 300. From the receipts I've got on this car, it's about 40, 50,000 pound of receipts, and I think it's fantastic. The colour, what do you think of the colour, guys? Arena red. It feels like a very vintage colour. Is that something I should look at changing or keeping? When I see the pictures, I think, it looks amazing. And then when I come out and see it, sometimes I feel it's like a Marmite colour. Do I like it? Do I not like it? But what do you guys think? I mean, I was looking at maybe it should have been crayon, the new crayon from Porsche, or Aintree green, like an old Porsche green, especially with this interior, with the orange, with the bit. Should it be that? You know. But yeah, it's a special thing, this. I wouldn't say it's a long journey car. I think it's just, you take it out on a Sunday, feels a bit like the performance version of the Aston. I like the way it squats out the bend and sort of fires you. up the road. It feels really nice. Actually, it's warming up lovely now. Paul, I bought the car from, we put his Instagram up now. Paul, you've done a fantastic job on this car, and he said to me, Richard, you'll love it. I really do. And the engine, jeez, is fantastic. Right, let's head back. We've got to do a load of photos and video stuff with the car now for this video, and I'll try and sort of wrap it up with what I feel. Right, so let's head back now, and I can just sort of wrap up where we are with this car. I think, to me, the overall feeling is 993s are undervalued, and if you can get them to this sort of tune, I don't know what more you need on the road, because the gearbox is fantastic, the steering is great, it's so precise, there's no slack in that at all. The suspension feels really good. It's a KW1, and I thought, should it have been a KW3, but I don't feel any need for that. 4S tyres on an 18-inch rim. We've got some 19s with this car in forged as well, but the nice thing is that you can just do this. You can just go slowly, and it feels really good, which is a bit like what I have with the Astons. What are we doing, 40 mile an hour? It just feels good, feels nice. The ride's fantastic, the seats feel great, you just cruise along. They've got to be undervalued. Oh, tree in the road. Got to be undervalued, haven't they? Last of the air cooled. Also, the other thing is, if all these tuners are going to buy them all up and tune them, then there won't be any cars anyway. So then all the values will go up. I mean, I'm hearing some of these companies are buying 500 old Porsches just to have enough cars to do all their resto mods. So you're just going to have less and less of these cars around to actually even buy. But yeah, it's really good. And totally different to the Aston. If it was me, I'd have this and I'd have the Aston. I'd have the Aston for the touring bit and this just for going for a drive, and I think I'd be very happy. And at the moment, you're sort of talking at a level of 140,000 for the two. I'd have both. That's what I love. That is the best bit about this car. Coming out a bend, it squats, sort of pivots and makes you go, and then you're off. And it's obviously the characteristic of these older 911s. It just feels great like that. Right, please like and subscribe to our channel. We've got more coming soon. We've got a garage update. I don't think I ever really said to people all the cars that we have in the collection and all the things we're doing, so we're going to do that, and then we've got more CTR updates with the Vantages too. See you soon.